Title of this morning's call, will you go up or down? When will you understand the things I ask you to do? And when will you open your eyes to what I show you? You say you want me to keep you in my arms, so why keep doing the things that will cause you harm? I show you my love each time I give you my grace, but you turn away like you have fallen from the race.
Yes.
Forgetting what I said when they were taking me to the cross. So why stop listening to my voice to answer one that's false? And though I told you soon I will part the sky and return, so will I take you home with me, or will you go where you will burn?
There's one thing we want to understand. We understand that sin was already here before we were even born. We had talked about that one time before, but I want to kind of go back over that again and make it a little more plain, because sometimes people get offended when you talk about certain things, because certain things you talk about, they already doing, or they already in, or they support somebody that's close to them that's in the type of sin that they enter the world is normal. Because this is what society has already accepted. And so therefore it's the norm. We came out of it. Hello here. You saved from what? Something. Amen. When you came out the world, you came out the world from doing some things that Galatians is talking about. Amen. Amen. So we came out of something. We've been delivered from something. We've been set free from something. And ain't nobody gonna say that folks are perfect. Because we still have struggles. Come on here. You got a devil that knows you, who knows what you like, who you like, and know where you like to go, where you like to party, what you like to drink, and the conversation and everything of that nature. And he yet still constantly keep trying to throw dots and daggers at you to try to weaken you, to try to make you fall back to where you once came from. And whatever your issue might have been in the world. Amen. But God has delivered you, brought you out. You know you're saved because you know you changed. Yeah. Because it don't phase you like it used to. Amen? Amen. So, we understand that we in a world, we in a society, we live in a place that evil is constantly always around us. We deal with it every day, 24/7, we deal with evil. And not only evil, but evil people. The devil is using to try to break us, try to pull us back down. And not just in the world, but even in the church. There are evil people in the church. They're supposed to be saved. And you ask yourself, if this is saved, then what am I? Come on here. I know it's supposed to be different than this. So, Lord, if this really how I'm saved supposed to be, anybody can get in heaven. You ain't got to stop doing nothing. Let me go back out there and do what I do. But then you feel bad about what you do. Yes. Hello? Yes. So then it lets you know that there's something different than you and different than them.
Oh, make it fun.
Maybe it's because you real about what you're doing. And you got saved for real. Hello? And you get a real whooping. So we understand that sin was already in the world. And we was born in the world where all this sin and stuff was going on. So we adapt to it, we adjust to it, we became a part of it, we lived it. Nobody told us it was wrong. Nobody said that you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. Because nobody taught us the Bible. Everybody went to church but still did their own thing. So therefore I felt like what they were doing was right, so there's nothing wrong with me. So you come with the resident preacher talking about sin. What is sin? What is about what I'm doing is sin. Somebody get that man out of here. Because he preaching against everything that we do. And we right and he wrong. You don't hear me. Until God got a hold of us one day And we started to see ourselves, and our soul began to be pricked, and we found out that we really was not right. We thought we was. Same thing about homosexuality. The Bible calls it in Romans 1:26. For this reason, God gave them over and abandoned them. Maybe something God abandoned you.
Come on, come on.
When God takes his hands off of you, when God says, I'm through with you, because you don't want to change your ways. So that lets me know it was some things that they was doing that really got up under God's spirit. Some things that vexed him and caused him to look at the creation that he made in a different way. They thought they was wiser than him. They thought they knew more than him. They worshiped the creatures more, or rather, than the creator. Oh, you know him.
Yeah.
Making themselves to be wiser than the Almighty God. Ain't that how the devil got Eve? Making her think that it was some hidden knowledge that God didn't want her to know or have, that she had to have that'll make her more smarter and brighter. And all it did was made her come down. And man quest is for wisdom. He seeks for knowledge at any cost. To be the smallest, to be the fastest, to be the strongest, to be the brightest. But the Bible says that he turned them over and abandoned them to vile affections. Vile affection, degrading passions, for their women's change their nature, functions, for an unnatural and abnormal woman. Vile affection. Vile affection is morally based on impure sin. Vile affection also falls in the line of lasciviousness, and we talked about lasciviousness, unrestrained action or sex drive, sin for sex. Hello here. It means things that we do, taking it to the next level, doing things sexual wise that's just off the chain, your mind just goes and you just do anything and everything that comes to your mind sexually to be able to get some type of sexual pleasure or thrill. So you'll take it to the next level. You do this, you do it with 1, 2, 3 folks, you do it with men, do it with women. However way to try to please your drive, your sex drive. That's why they got Playboy, that's why they got porn, that's why they got all these other types of triple X, amen, down here on 1845. Ain't nobody said that to me. By the water plant. Hello here. Venus over here off FRJ. Hello, ain't nobody said that to me. With all the trinkets and toys and things of this nature to stimulate and arouse your sexual drive, to feed that thing that you got in you that you can't contain, that wildness. Ain't nobody saying that to me. I'm trying to help somebody if you care. Because at one point in time, we all was in that situation. We all was in that place. We're talking about morally based or impure, sinful, deprived by sin, wicked hatefulness in the sight of God and of good man. Homosexual. Homosexual is a person who is attracted sexually to members of his or her own sex. We call them gays. We call them lesbians. People who we have labeled different from us due to the fact of their taste, of their nature, or the things that they do. This is one of the biggest topics in our society today, homosexuality lifestyle. Everywhere you look now. Look at the Olympics. top-notch skater. Okay? Nobody saying that. Professional football, they're coming out.
Yes.
Basketball, they're coming out. You don't hear me? They're coming out. Actors, they're coming out. Oh, y'all saying to me. Amen. I look at them, I see them start at a young age. I have something that ride my nuts. I can look at them and say, hello. By the time they get to the high school, they're really going to be they're really going to be wide open. Because now society, they accept it with open. I remember a time that when you talk about gays and lesbians and things of this nature, they would hide themselves because they didn't want nobody to know that they were this way because of how they were going to be treated. Yes. But now, they coming out the closet. They had a major march in California up under the rainbow. Now don't get me wrong, I don't hate homosexuals, I don't hate lesbians, I don't hate nothing of that nature. You got to understand. Amen. Because a lot of people out there do that. They do hate them. They do find them and beat them up with baseball bats and bring them to the side of the road and gang up on them and shoot them and cuss them and all this other stuff. They do that. But see, God hates the sin, but he loves the son. Because what they're doing is a sin. Just like you. When you got up out that bed last night and they want your man. Hello? Just like you when you lie. Come on. Oh, come on here.
Amen.
You think because you tell a lie that ain't no different from having sex with somebody that ain't your husband? Or living in a fornication relationship? You think because you steal money, that ain't your mind anyway, hello? You think, amen, because you talk about somebody and bring them down and cut them down, that ain't no different from you killing somebody? In God's eyesight, sin is sin. But then there are some sins that the Bible says is an abomination. In other words, God hates. It's detesting to him. But it has to be for a reason. You don't hate them for a reason, do you? Do you hate the Bible? If you hate it, you hate it for a reason. You don't just do stuff without a reason. It don't make no sense. But we do know people sometimes for things of that nature. Let's look at Genesis 1 and 27. Genesis 1 and 27. We're talking about vile affection, immoral affection. These type of affections that bring about impurity. These type of affections that please unto God. Understand this. Everything got to go back to the beginning. When God created heaven and the earth, he created everything. And he also created man and what? Woman. And when he saw that when he saw that everything had a partner, everything had something of its kind. Even the trees had some of its kind. Even the flowers, the plant had some of its kind. The grass had some of its kind. Everything had something of its kind except for Adam. Adam did not have something that was of his kind. So what did God do? He put him in a deep sleep. Cut him open on his rib, side, went in his rib, pulled out one rib. One, not two, not three. One. Yes, my brothers, you only can have one. Yes, my sister, you only can have one. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, only one.
Only one.
That's why you got to make sure you get the right one. Everybody said under me. There's many of ones out there, but you got to make sure you get the right one. The one that's going to stick with you, the one that's going to love you, The one that if you make a mistake, and if he make a mistake, y'all ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody saying that to me. We ain't going nowhere, but we all in this together. Because we have something in common with one another. Hello here. Amen. Something that draws us together, and it won't have nothing to do with sex.
That's fine.
Now, if you fall for somebody because of a sexual thing, you can forget that.
Amen.
Go on, turn and go somewhere else. Because after that sex drive is over with, then y'all through with one another. Anyway, you ain't got nothing to talk about. You can talk about no movies. You can talk about the bills. You can talk about the children. You can talk about the job. You can talk about what's on your mind. You ain't had nothing to talk about because you ain't got nothing in common. You just had some sex. Now, sex is over with, what you got to talk about? Sitting there on the couch, sitting there one another, flipping the TV. You can't even look at a movie together. Ain't nobody. But when God created, the Bible says in Genesis 1:27, he said, so God created man in his own what? Image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created what? He them. And make no mistake about the spelling of these words in this book. It says male and female. And you know what's so funny? I just noticed, amen, you can't spell male without the female without male. And if you're going to have female, you got to have a male in order to put the F-E-N, female. Just like you can't spell man without woman. Or woman without man. So that means that it was destined for this to be.
Yeah.
Ain't no if and buts about this thing. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be what? Fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. And verse 31, and God saw everything that he had what? Made, and behold, it was what?
Very good.
I can't hear you.
Very
I can't hear you.
Very good.
So in other words, God saying this, everything that I made, that I have made, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Come on.
It's perfect.
Yes.
Oh, y'all can see
There,
that.
yes.
Everything that I made, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. And the evening and the morning was the sixth day. I bet you read everything in that Bible, never really paid no attention to that, and it's good. Because when God says something good, it got to be good.
Yes. Wow.
So he said, with what I made a male, and I made a female, and ain't nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. Genesis 2, verse 20. So why is people always trying to perfect what God has already made? You can't change what God made. All you're going to do is mess it up.
That's right.
How can you make something perfect that's perfect? But Adam gave names to all the cows and to the fowls of the air. This is when God brought the animals to Adam and to see what Adam would call them. And to every beast of the field. But for Adam, what? There was nothing found, any help meet or make for him. We just talked about that. See what the scripture does, it confirms everything that he said. The Old Testament the New Testament confirms the Old. The Old come back and slap and say, did you hear what I said? It's slapping it. Did you hear what it said? Because what it said, I already been confirmed. And all it's doing is talking about what I already been done. So in other words, so this won't be no mistake. And you won't get this messed up. And you won't be in error. Because what God said, he said, as the old folks said, I can chew my gum. If I said it one time, I can chew it again. In other words, I ain't lying. Hello?
That's it.
Ain't nothing difficult come out my mouth and just already came out.
Right. You made that point.
Okay. I'm just reading over what I already said to confirm that it's not Tonyology, this is the Bible. And verse 22, and the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a what? Woman. And then when he made it, God brought her unto the man. And when he brought her to the man, she didn't have a name. She existed, but she didn't have a name. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. How do you know that, Adam? You was asleep. That's why you know when you meet your soul.
All right.
Ain't that right, Keon? Ain't that right, Tom? Hung on in there. Y'all hung on in there. Ain't nobody saying nothing to me.
Amen.
Ain't that right, Prophet Lewis? Ain't that right, Tony Lewis? Y'all hung on in there. Y'all ain't that right, Gertrude? Ain't that right, Bubba? A.K.A. Bubba Lynn. Huh? Been through a lot. Overcame a lot.
Come on.
But ain't nobody saying that to me.
Yep.
But we right here together.
Come on. Yes, sir. Amen.
See, look at here. You got to want more than just the bedroom. And just to say that you got a ring on your finger. And to say that somebody's working and you don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow because you got a man.
Come on. Come on.
But is it the right man?
Come on.
Or is your man everybody else's man?
Help us, Lord. Help us.
A good man is hard to find. I got news for you, so is a good woman.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Therefore, okay, let me go back. And flesh of my flesh, verse 23. And it said there, she shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and they shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be what? One flesh. One flesh. Come on here. A man gonna leave his mother, leave his father, and he gonna tie in with this woman. And they're going to be not two, but one. And they were both naked. And the man and his wife was not ashamed. Can you see how backwards we are now? He bought, God bought. And if you read, amen, that second chapter all the way down to the end, it'll say, it goes from woman to wife. Huh? And they're both naked, and the man and his wife. She wasn't just a woman no more. Now she become his wife. So now you can see your wife naked. Okay, all right.
Okay,
and you ain't gonna be.
You're ashamed. All right.
But we can show our bodies to everybody. Except for your husband and your. So in other words, should nobody be looking at your nakedness but the one that you're going to be tied to the rest of your life? Thank you, baby. She said we did that in ignorance. Because when we was in sin, we was in ignorance. Ain't nobody saying it to me. But now that you ain't coming to the knowledge and you doing it now, you ain't ignorant. You know what you're doing now. Ain't nobody saying it to me. You might be tipping, you might be slipping and dipping, and you might be doing everything that you don't need to be doing. In other words, we call it playing house. Folks that are shacking up and folks that's stepping out, that say they love the Lord and go to church and a part of the church, they've been playing house with somebody else that ain't the daddy of their house.
Yeah.
And they seeing your nakedness. Because when you married to somebody, you ain't ashamed to show them your nakedness. That ain't what you do on the honeymoon? Pastor Luke said, well. Okay, all right then. I was going to say something else, but let me go on.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me go on. But when we look at homosexuality, it's hard for this to tie in to what God has said. Because first of all, we understand this. Satan is a deceiver.
Yes, he is.
He's a great deceiver. And he's continued to deceive us as if to make us think that we all right when you're not.
Yep. 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 That's right. Yep.
And now he got us thinking that I ain't no man, I'm a woman. Ain't no woman, I'm a man. And then we're justified by saying, I was born this way. Well, I got news. When you die and stand before the Lord, you're going to stand before him the way you were born. I don't care how many sex change operations you have. I don't care how many homo pills you take. Ain't nobody saying to me. I don't care how many stitches I have you get stitched in your head down to your hip. I don't care, amen, how pretty you look when you dress up. I don't care how many high-heel shoes you put on. I don't care how much tobacco you chew, how many cigarettes you roll up in your sleeve. I don't care how many sags you drop, how many boots you wear. When you stand before God, you're going to stand before God the gender that you were born.
Yes, amen. Oh, you made that place. Yeah. Yes.
And what gets me is this. People don't understand that spirit transfer.
Yes, yeah. Yes,
Now you believe in ghosts and witches and goblins and Frankenstein and vampires, and you believe people can come back reincarnated and into somebody else's body, into some type of animal or whatever. You had a happy life and all this other stuff, but you don't believe that demons can transfer.
yes, yes.
Demons been here in this world before we were even born. These same spirits that we're dealing with now was of old.
Yes, yes. Come on. Yes.
Now you wondering how do I get these feelings and these natures? Who you been hanging with?
Hello.
Who your mama done had sex with?
Thank you.
Ain't nobody saying that to me.
All right.
You might have had sex with John, and John might have had sex with Fred. But you didn't know it. And he brought Fred over to you. And he had Fred, and he had Sally, and he had Sue. And John had John. And Sally had Sally. Ain't nobody saying that to me. These spirits transferred. And now you done had sex with a man that can lay with every man and woman who was bisexual. Now that spirit that they had has transferred to you in your womb. Now when you get pregnant, to believe it. You ain't got to believe it at all.
Help us, Pastor.
Because see, spirits don't exist. Except for when you want them to.
Yeah. Help us, Pastor. Yes, they do.
And now here you are with a baby that don't know what gender it is because of who you've been fooling with.
Yes, that's it, right there. Help us, right? That's it.
Or who you've been hanging around. Or who got a hold of your baby.
That's right. That's it, right there.
Who done touched on your baby. Who done penetrated your baby. Ain't nobody saying that to me.
That's right.
Come on.
This is the reality of things.
Yes, it is.
Hello here.
Yes.
Because when a young girl get raped, she gonna either be sexually active or she gonna start being a lesbian. And the reason why she gonna be a lesbian, because she don't want no man to hurt her no more. Because you were rough with her, you having her rough, you destroyed her, and a woman ain't gonna do that. She know how to touch me, she know how to please me, she know how to get me in the mood, she know what spot to touch me. Not even like I'm crazy now. I'm wide open. But to even get the fulfillment of the sex, you got to strap it on.
Yes. Yes. You in the house.
Because only a man can penetrate.
Yes.
You making it plain.
What did he say? He said, be fruitful. And what? Multiply. And replenish. And do you know why homosexuality is an abomination to God? He hates and he detested it. Because let me help you out. This word right here, looking at it says, there is no reproduction.
Yes.
That's it, right there. Yeah, yes. No reproduction.
The sexual parts don't fit.
Making it plain. Yes, you are.
No connection.
You said something.
How can you multiply if you're the same sex?
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
How can we bring forth life? And the last time I looked, God is a God, a living God. So that means God brings things to life. And when he created the heavens and the earth and things out there in orbit, amen, it was alive. It came alive. It functioned. It had a purpose. But this don't have no purpose.
Yes. Yes. No. Yes.
You can't bring forth a little Antoine from John and Fred.
Won't work.
And that Hazel can't bring forth a Shanae. And we fight against people that talk against sin. And this is sin. I can't help it because you in it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But if I was talking about adultery, you wouldn't say nothing about that. You'd be clapping your hands and I'd be all right. But if I talk about stealing, you say, oh, you'd be all right. If I talk about lying and embezzlement, if I was talking about stirring up the church, and if I was talking about bringing the bone and dropping the bone, then everything be all right. But when I'm talking about homosexuality, oh, I just got you because maybe 5 years ago you ain't what it would, ain't nobody see.
All right.
Yep. Help us.
Because you found out that you be stimulated and pleased. Because that's all it does, is stimulate and please the body when you touch certain ways in certain places.
That's right.
Ain't nobody saying nothing to me that.
All right.
Now we got issues. Because a lot of people that we know in our family, half of people we know are this way.
Yes.
And we don't want to rock the boat. We want to agree and support them. At least they're doing something. At least they're trying to live right. That what you call living right?
No, they not.
We can read everything. The book is good. Everything in the Bible is all right. Except for when you get down to vile affections. Except when you get to Romans, Romans 1. Or when you get to Genesis the 19th chapter, Sodom and Gomorrah, when you start talking about lasciviousness, unrestricted, restrained actions, impure, immoral values that's gone to the dogs. We think that, now you're picking on us. We get laws to arrest you, put you in jail, because now you're preaching hate. I ain't preaching hate, I'm preaching sin.
Yeah, right.
How is it you got rights and I don't have rights? You got right to flaunt around, and you got right to kiss and slob in public. You got right to flirt on TV and drink and act silly and all this stuff, but I ain't got a right to talk about sin. Where's my constitutional right too?
Yeah.
Look, see, as Christians, we forget we got See, we forget we got constitutional rights too.
Yes.
No, I ain't preaching about hate. If I preach about H-A-T-E, hate, I talk about hate. But I'm talking about sin.
Yes. It's a difference.
And the Bible talks about all these categories in Galatians that's dealing with sin and vile affection. Is a sin.
Yes.
Because there is no reproduction. Give the Lord a round of applause, please.
All right.
Through with that part. I'm not through with it, but I'm through with something like that. And I got more to that. All right? I just want to kind of deal with things that some of the things that we deal with in our society. And let me tell you something now. You have to deal with it now because now you come over to the church.
Yes, that's right.
Because now, see, God's flesh is being made a mockery.
Yes.
Because they're saying that a bishop can have a he-man as a wife. That don't sound right. So they even change the term from husband and wife to partners.
Yeah.
I understand about the Constitution when it said the pursuit of happiness. That means that you can pursue all the things that make you happy. That's fine, as long as you're in your own space. But now when you get on TV and radio, and when you start putting up signs and you start bringing banners, now you trying to bring it to my attention. Now you done just knock me in my corner, and you in my space. Ain't nobody saying that. And now when you want to take what you believe and force it on me and make me believe that it's all right for you to do what you do. And my Bible said that I can't be a partaker of another man's sin. And because you think it's all right, what does the Bible say? What your Bible say? What your Bible say? What your Bible say? My Bible say it's a sin. If I lie, it's a sin. If I commit adultery, it's a sin. If I lust, it's a sin. So that is the only sin in the book. only seeing you focus on because that's where you are. Oh, come on, people. Amen. Open up your eyes and look around and see what's going on in our society.
Yes.
Amen. They're trying to put us in chains.
Yes.
Trying to put a preacher in chains. They're trying to put you in chains. And you got to agree with this, so you know you could be booted out and not be recognized anymore. But the Constitution told me, I got rights.
All right.
Did y'all see them kids? They went out there to the
Yes.
courthouse
Yes.
and they laid out. They laid out there like they was dead.
Yes.
The Constitution says that I preached something on that line down there, amen, at King of the Kingdom one night. The Constitution says that if you do not agree with your government, it says you have the right to go before them with a peaceful demonstration as often time or as many times as you can go until you change their mind. Oh, you better read the Constitution. Yes, you do. It says that.
Yes.
So now I'm doing, that's why Martin Luther King, that's why, that's a smart Negro right there. He too smart for his own britches. No, he was reading what they read. And he was applying it
Yes.
in a mass type way that they thought never would come manifest. But when it started manifestation of not just only blacks, but whites. Whoa!
Yeah.
This man need to be
Stop. Come on.
So know your Constitution. Not only are you a Christian, but you are also a citizen of the United States of America. Read your Constitution and see what it tells you what you got the right to do.
Amen.
I got my rights. When you ain't right, nobody listening to me. Then when Paul was in jail, he got whipped, they want to get him on out of there, and Paul said, I'm a Roman citizen. Whoa! Paul said, I got rights. You ain't gonna beat me and just throw me out in the twilight of the night. Paul said, the master had to come down here and talk to me. Oh, ain't nobody said nothing. Paul said, I want some authority up in here. Because I got rights. And when they found out he was a Roman citizen, boy, they started, oh Lord, what can we do, oh God, because they think you can't beat a Roman citizen. They tell you that you're innocent until proven. How they work for you sometimes. Amen. Let me stop talking. One more time. Amen. God bless you. All right, I want to leave some more meat on the table. Amen. We will continue our talk of sin. We're talking about vile affection. Amen. And homosexuality. There's some more things we'll talk about Sunday about this. We're going to get into a little more deeper. Amen. Amen. Thank you for your time. Anything else for us to flow? Anybody?
Just our usual, let's not forget
Who's
what
in
our
charge?
obligation is.
Who's in charge?
Amen. And let's not forget what our obligation is for our pastoral anniversary. Amen. That's gonna be in a few weeks. Amen.
Amen. Wasn't that some great teaching? I don't know about y'all, but I'm learning.